Yeah, we're on the team. Hey guys, welcome to the Big Blue United podcast. My name is TJ. I'm here with Dan and Colin. What's going on tonight, guys? How you feeling?
Like some lo mein.
Like a lo mein. I'm feeling good. We got a new lease on life. I'm getting familiar with our new players, like those Christmas gifts you get in the morning at Christmas, and then you finally get familiar with them and find out what's fun and what's not. I'm looking forward to talking about it more with you guys today.
Yeah, it should be cool. I mean, I'm looking forward to talking about the rest of the draft, and just the more you read up on these guys, the more fun it gets because the team is finally starting to come together. Obviously, it won't be a finished product for a while, but you have your base here for the most part. We'll see what happens, but as usual, guys, please follow Big Blue United on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can follow us on Twitter at BBU Podboys with a Z. Follow the TPPN at the Pigskin Podnet on Twitter. Download that DraftKings app. Use promo code TPPN. Our sponsor this week is FOCO. Colin's got this nice quarter zip New York Giants. I guess it's just quarter zip, right? That's what you call it from FOCO.
Yeah, and it's got one of those like big '90s pockets in the front down here that you can't with the.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Which I don't know what I put in there, but it's kind of awesome. And honestly, I put it on today for the first time, and it's like a lot more comfortable than I expected it to be.
What material is that?
I mean, it's kind of like a nylonish kind of thing.
Yeah.
It may repel some rain a bit. That's always a practical purpose, but I think more than anything, fly. I'm looking fly, and I'm
look good.
I mean, yeah. When you look good, you feel good, you play good. The whole Deion Sanders
pod good.
Yeah, you pod good.
Yeah, you look good. You pod good. Didn't FOCO give us those headbands too last season? If I remember?
Yeah. I wear one of which one was the Shepherd one every once in a while if I
do yard work
when I'm working out or I'm doing yard work.
Keep the hair out of your eyes there, Colin.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But FOCO, they got a lot of really cool stuff, and I'm pumped on this. I actually might never take it off.
Good.
Cool. I love that. FOCO, thank you. FOCO.com, guys. Check it out. Lots of great Giants gear and football gear, among other awesome stuff they have on the website. We do have a guest today. Before we bring the guest in, I do want to ask Colin, because you did a radio spot, an upstate. What was tell us about that. I know it was on a iHeartRadio brand, but what was the, 90 what, and what was that about? How'd that go for you?
It was the Friday night tailgate, Zach Harris, Fox Sports 95.9. And it was actually a really great conversation. He had a lot of awesome questions, and I was sort of surprised how flowingly I went along with it. I think I just kind of approached the whole thing like it was the three of us talking, and it just happened to be some other guy asking me the same questions. So it was good. And he thought he was throwing me curveballs, but I think it's things that we've discussed already. So I just had a different way of kind of going about it. I did unfortunately not give our upstate New York capital region friends the heads up to listen live, but I did give them the link after the fact, and I'm sure no one listened. But it was was a good. I think I mean only after people.
I liked it. I think you did good, and I was wondering where this Colin was in our podcast, but I realized that you're saving all your good takes for the real radio.
Yeah,
I mean, I was working up until the last possible second, and that day was like super stressful, so I didn't even think about anything, and I just kind of rolled onto it. I
liked it.
Cool, thank you. I enjoyed it.
We can throw the link in the description of the YouTube video, so you guys can check that out. Perhaps
Absolutely.
You can throw that out there. All right. Without further ado, we'll bring our guest on, who is Sam Prince, who, if you're not familiar with him, guys, was the person who read the number 5 overall pick, Kayvon Thibodeau, at the draft. Sam, thanks for joining us tonight. What's going on?
What's everyone? Start with the bad hair, dude. Let's go Giants. I'm Sam Prince. You may have saw me on stage. My hair. I took a shower before everything, so I took a shower this morning. But after workout, hair's a little floppy right there. So
don't sell yourself short, Sam.
No, looking good.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Like a little elbow stew right here. But Colin, that hoodie from FOCO is awesome. Yeah. I need to get one of those right now.
I'm sure if we can figure something out. I don't know how we would do that, but
we would say, hey, FOCO, we know Sam Prince, and he needs some.
Yeah, no, we should do like FOCO. They would get it. Like we gotta work something out with FOCO now. We gotta do something.
Yeah,
Sam Prince.
We'll have our people reach out to your people.
All right, and then we'll all do lunch.
We'll all do lunch in Jersey. All right, so right now, I got this like Giants. we're talking about clothing, so I'll talk about my Giants clothing.
Please.
I got this like Giants, those like pullover short sleeves. The Giants gave me two of these, so I'm wearing one of them right now. I'm trying to figure out when I wear them. That's the thing.
All the time, dude.
Yeah, those
like,
are sweet.
all the time.
Reminds me of like a Coughlin or something.
They were.
Those guys live in that stuff. Those coaches wear that day and night.
I'll probably wear like in the summer on like the beach and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, that shirt's great for when you inevitably have to sleep on the couch at the facility because you don't go home, you don't see your family for 6 months. That's
I like collared shirt on the beach too. That's a power move, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
It is a power, but like it feels like weird. It's like a quarter zip and like it's like feels like one of those like windbreakers, but like it's not. You have the open sleeves.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to figure out when the perfect moment is. A lot of people are telling me the fall.
Yeah. I think that works. It's a scenario where you're like, you're ready to like, meet and greet and hobnob at the country club, but then you can bust out some wind sprints with the boys at the practice field.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't go to a country club. So if anyone you guys like have a country club,
No, we don't either.
No, I mean, we're talking to you, Sam. We were hoping to get the invites through you, dude.
I don't have a country club, so maybe like, I can get invited, and then I invite you guys. That sounds like a plan.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
That's the plan.
We're in
All
on
right,
that.
let's do this.
Yeah, so Sam, just, tell us about the whole experience and with Make-A-Wish and getting to do the pick and getting to, meet, was there any cool players you got to meet, any particular story you want to tell? Like, just give us a rundown on kind of the whole experience, and then we'll get into more specifics.
Well, where do I even start? So,
Yeah, right.
So we just got to shout out the world-class organization, the New York Football Giants, for doing this. They've been getting a lot of backlash for the past couple of years, but I got to say, Make-A-Wish, I can't thank them enough for what they've done for me and my family. It's really a thrill of a lifetime, and it's really changed my life forever. I'm a quote-unquote celebrity to some people. What? You're calling me the celebrity? I think you're the celebrity, Like I was there and like Rich Eisen, I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you the whole story, but the celebrity part. Rich Eisen's like, "Oh, you're a celebrity." I'm like, "No, I think you're the celebrity, dude." Like I was like, "What? No
He's
way."
a legend. He's a legend.
A legend. So a little about me. The Giants surprised me the Monday before the draft. I was born with a little bit about me, so I don't know if you guys start with this.
Yeah.
I was born with a half a heart and one lung. Got a heart transplant at 8 years old. 11 years out, March 14th, 2011, I did a transplant. So excited. 11 years strong. Thankful every day. Thank my donor family every day by wearing a green Donate Life bracelet. I'll send you guys one of these, or if we meet up soon, I'll give you guys these. I wear every day. I give them to people. Encourage everyone to become an organ donor. But enough about that. So my Make-A-Wish. I actually filled out the Make-A-Wish form in 2019 to go to the 2020 draft. Well, COVID.
Yeah.
I was going to go to Las Vegas and announce the first round pick of the New York Football Giants. Sorry. And unfortunately, COVID happened, devastated. So then I waited another year. So 2022 is here. And a random day, literally Monday before the draft, I was actually going to ask my parents that day if we can go, if my dad and I can go to, I was going to ask my dad if we can go to the MetLife Stadium draft party that night.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't need to go to the draft party. So they surprised me, the Giants. I can't say how they totally surprised me because there's an ESPN My Wish documentary series coming out about me. So, I signed those contracts to ESPN and the Giants and Make-A-Wish. Can't say, they'll be not
find out soon enough, right?
Can't say how they made it, but it happened.
Yeah, no, you'll see everything.
Yeah.
So I met Eli that day, and let me just tell you, Eli is like the coolest dude. Okay, like we're talking about everything. Some of the stuff I can't say because it's on video. Can't say what we talked about, but he's a really cool guy. He's everything you think he would be. If you didn't know football, you would think he was a suburban dad.
He is.
He is
now. Yeah.
He's always going to be Eli Manning.
For sure.
So then I met with Mr. Mara, and Mr. Mara is like, pretty cool guy. I was like, what do I say to Mr. Mara? I'm like, that's the owner of the New York Football Giants.
What'd you say?
So I'll tell my story, about the draft. And I was talking about like what I think the Giants should do. So we're talking for about a couple minutes, 5-10 minutes. And in the middle of it, I said, Mr. Mara, I gotta say this now. If Kayvon's on the board, I'm sure you guys heard this line 1,000 times. I would run up to the podium myself and select him please. So I was like, please. I basically said, please select him in like a nicer form, more professional form. But then, then I was taken to Joe's office, and I thought I was just meeting Joe. Then Dave is there. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, I'm in heaven. I'm like, so I was there. I was like, we're talking about the Giants organization, the mistakes that, some last year's things that like they moved. I was asking about some moves they were doing about, I was asking them about, the Bradbury thing at the time. He didn't give me a direct answer because he didn't want to tell me.
Because he's a good GM.
Yeah.
He's a good GM. I'm like some other
Steve
GM.
Gettleman would have told you the whole draft plan.
He'd have been like, we're drafting Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
Overall pick. And then we're going to draft the guy that the Patriots drafted.
Yeah. Cole Strange.
Cole Strange.
Cole
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
No, we're going to trade up to 1 for Cole Strange.
Yeah. You're right, man. You're
It's
right.
not that- you got lucky. You got to wait a few years, actually, I think.
No, I love Andrew. Andrew's a cool guy. So then, we're talking about the draft, the area, stuff like that. And he's like, this is my first draft with the New York with the Giants. This is Dave's first draft as head coach, And he's like, I'm gonna need someone who knows what they're doing and go to Las Vegas. And I was saying, I'm like, I'm sure you guys seen the video 1,000 times.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I start every morning watching it, dude.
I start every morning watching it.
Pumps me up for the day.
It does.
And I'm like, I knew it. Like right when he said, I need someone to help, I'm like, oh my gosh,
Well,
is
that's
this
me.
happening?
That's me.
And-
Obviously.
I'm someone who doesn't get off guard. That it's very hard to surprise. But I was so caught off guard that day, just because they told me that it wasn't going to happen. It was all fate.
Yeah.
It really surprised me. So I was just so happy. And then, I don't know if you saw this part. It was on the video, which I think it was on the video. And they're like, any last piece of advice? I said, don't mess up.
yeah.
I love that.
I said,
Yeah, love
don't
that.
awesome.
mess it up.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
And,
go ahead, man.
The rest of the day, I got some stuff from the Giants, got this, some other stuff. Then I went home. Next day, ESPN My Wish documentary came to my house. Came home from school, and there was like 10, 15 cars all my street for that. Like, what
That's wild.
going on? I knew what was going on, but like, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Next day, go to Vegas. Vegas is awesome. Been there before, but dang. The one thing I wanted to do there, I didn't get to do, is sports gamble, but gotta be 21 for that.
Yeah, you got some time.
I got some time.
You can do it
But,
from
you know,
home now too. Anyway.
I'm not like the biggest fan like poker or blackjack.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna gamble, I gotta know what I'm doing.
That's true.
We know football,
I'm
right?
with you.
I know football. So
Yeah.
I'm at the draft that day, crazy day. I meet Ben, the Patriots kid who did the second round pick. Ben and I are friends now. He wants to be a sports broadcaster too. We went to the NFL live set at the top of the Paris. Let me just tell you, I was freaking heaven. I was in heaven.
I saw that special when Rich Eisen let you sit in a seat. And
Yeah, that was that
awesome.
Sunday. It was crazy. I went NFL live. I met Travis Kelce. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Big fan of his. Told him he won my fantasy football league and also just single-handedly destroyed one. That
Yeah,
same
for
time.
sure.
Then we talked, and then the draft happened. So a little bit about the draft. So after the red carpet, met some players, met Jacoby Dean, met all the prospects, really half of them. I actually did not get to meet K-Bot or Evan Neal on the red carpet.
Oh,
It was kind of
didn't want
surprising.
any conspiracy theories happening?
No, doesn't want any. That's why.
Yeah.
So I was thinking the whole time, do these players know where they're going to get drafted?
I mean, I think a couple of them might.
I bet you Walker knew.
Yeah.
You can't
yeah.
not know if you're one. You can't.
Yeah, you'd
So-
think so.
Jacoby Dean, a really cool guy, unfortunately, is an Eagle. So this is what everyone wants to know. What's it like backstage?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Really nice. I was in the commissioner's green room with him. Now, Dan, Colin, and TJ. Now, you guys may have some opinion on him. You guys may think he's a jerk. You
I
guys,
have no opinion on him anymore. I feel
Yeah,
like that
I
was
think
like
I used to
fleeting
not
back in
like
the
him as
day.
much.
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
lot of
I-
people think he's a jerk.
Yeah.
I never had an opinion on him because I didn't want to judge someone I don't know.
Mhm.
And he sat with me for over 20 minutes, talking with me, explaining how the draft
That's cool.
process goes. And I gave him a green donate. This is how I knew he really cared about me. I gave him a green donate life bracelet, and he wore it
That's
on
awesome.
stage and the rest of the night. He
Oh,
could have
nice.
said, "Hey Sam, thanks. Let's go take a picture."
Put in
And
his
he
pocket
showed me
or
how it
whatever.
works, the process. So the card, Everyone wants to know this. I got the card 2 minutes before everyone knew. So I knew. I would practice reading it, and I practiced every single name because I'm not going upstairs stage and mispronouncing Akeem Aquano's name or Kayvon Thibodeau's. Be a living meme. That's not going to be cool.
TJ does it every pod.
I certainly do. Luckily, I'm not on actual television.
So then,
Not yet.
then that happened. I was there's a video of me. I got to make sure I'm allowed to post that one. It's me finding out. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll like drink a water. I'm like,
Wait. So how much before you go on stage do you find
2
out?
minutes. 2 minutes. And then Mr. Goodell is practicing with me and stuff like that. So then I go on stage and then I'm hyping everyone out. Let's just say picks 1 through 4. The place was pretty excited, but after 5, it was juiced up to another level. Mr. Goodell couldn't finish his sentences without the crowds cheering as you guys saw on TV. It was so loud. And then when I came on, I said, "Thank you, Mr. Commissioner." And then the place was crazy. And I said, and then I got quiet, with the 5th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Football Giants select Kayvon Thibodeau, defensive end, Oregon.
And
We're all very happy.
And then you lost your mind with him, and that was one of the coolest things to see.
It was so cool.
A lot of people say that was planned. It was not planned at all.
No way. That was authentic, man. That you could tell.
That was so authentic. That's just his personality. And he's just there. What am I going to do now? I was going to shake his hand. I was going to hug him.
Up. Yeah.
I was like, and then we were like,
That was awesome.
And then the rest of the time, which is crazy, I was backstage with Colleen Wolfe, Michael Irving. They were talking to me, and then Colleen interviewed me in between commercial breaks.
She's great.
Michael's pretty cool. Unfortunately, he's a Cowboy.
Wow,
Colleen's pretty cool. Unfortunately, she's an Eagles fan. The whole weekend was amazing, beyond anything I could have ever wished for. And the NFL Network asked me to be on their show.
Wow.
Rich Eisen is one of my idols in life. Okay, I see him. I'm like, you want me on your show? You want me? You want me? Your show. Let's just say when I found out I was doing somersaults.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
happy. And I actually had no idea that he was going to put me in the anchor chair.
Yeah.
I found out on stage. A lot of people are like,
Awesome.
no, you knew that.
You did a
No.
nice job with that, man.
Thank you. And tomorrow I'm going to be on Good Morning Football at 9:15.
cool.
Oh, nice. DVRing that for sure. And
Yes.
Sam, can I just say, man, your whole thing was really resonated on a bunch of levels. Obviously, the Make-A-Wish portion of it and your whole story is intensely inspiring to kids all over the world and all over the country. So that's first and foremost, you being who you are and having your personality goes a huge way. And for us as Giant fans, having you represent, the Giants is extra awesome.
Yeah.
But even beyond that, if you didn't have that whole backdrop, your enthusiasm on the stage for this new regime of Giants fans, Colin, TJ, and I are already like jumping through the roof with just having Dable and Shane out there. But you really encapsulated how us as like 35-year-old adults are feeling on the inside, just getting hyped, getting everyone else hyped. It was a great moment. And when you were telling that story just now, it was like I got the same sort of feeling in a weird way, like the Super Bowl run. Like it's like a nostalgic feeling.
Are you calling that Kayvon? Sorry to interrupt. Are you calling that Kayvon's going to help the Giants hopefully make a Super Bowl run and win it, get number 5? Because
it's got to start somewhere, man.
Which, by the way, can we say that number 5 looks clean?
Oh my God. I didn't think he was going to get it. I thought he was going to have to be number 55. I didn't think Gano was going to give it up.
Yeah. Oh, he got a vacation and a car out of it, probably. Who knows?
What do you think he got?
$250,000 wouldn't be out of the question, I feel like.
I said to my dad about like the 5 thing. He's like, how much money? He's like, I would have done that with just $255,000 and call that, have the number. And I'll have another thing. Like, I'll take the money, but I'm sure he's getting more than that.
I wonder if it's going to come out. I know, people are going to ask him, both of them.
I'll if I ever, when I meet Cave, hopefully I will again. I will say to Cave, how much did that cost?
Yeah, be our inside guy with this.
Yeah.
I will. A lot of people are getting like, because like I'm like when I saw him like, gotta get that jersey.
Yeah.
If I get it, did I get the blue, white, or the alternate jersey?
I like the white. I'm a white.
Yeah, the white's pretty clean. I mean,
the white's good, but sometimes you're eating chicken wings, then you got to go get it dry cleaned afterwards.
Speaking of chicken wings, part of my podcast, Princess on the Pod, I promote local businesses, and try local chicken wing restaurants.
Dude.
Nice.
All right. So I was saying before the pod that I'm sort of new to like the Jersey Burb area. My question to you is going to be, what's your number one deli?
Deli? Oh, okay. Wait. In New Jersey, or what are we talking about?
Like, all right. So you're the town you're in is probably like 20 minutes from mine, like somewhere in like the general vicinity.
How far are you from Milburn?
Like 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
Okay, if you want to have a really good sandwich, go to Milburn Deli. Only think about that, they're very pricey.
I heard.
They're very.
Everyone says it's the truth.
If you want a really good sandwich, go there. But it's not something that you go like. I can't have that every day because I feel like if I have it a lot, it's going to lose its value and special to me.
True. Special.
And then
occasions.
by me, I really like Lakeside Deli in Verona, New Jersey.
Oh, I know who again. Cool.
And then delis. Yeah, I mean those are really the really best delis. And if you want to, I mean, my favorite is Katz's in New York.
Wow.
Oh yeah, classic.
Yeah.
Well, when you said deli, I had to like.
No.
Ask you that question.
I mean, delis are like my home base. You got to have a couple go-to delis around, and I'm sort of figuring out my way here.
Where's
Jersey,
your deli right now?
The closest one that's pretty legit to me is Sergio's in Denville.
So Denver's a little far. Denver's a little far for me.
Yeah. So that's the other side of the direction I can go, but I'm always coming closer to the city, your direction. So that's not a problem.
I mean, I think if you're coming up from a city, I would definitely try Lakeside. If there's more, I think I'll email you guys or text you guys.
No, just wanted to top your head. I wanted the truth. I want to come in straight from the
Lakeside
source.
and Milburn are the ones that come to mind.
All right, so what's your order at the deli? What's your go-to sandwich?
Wait, are you guys like? Do you guys have any allergy restrictions or like?
No.
Go for it.
I am a fan of the Godfather Sandwich.
Of course.
Like a combo?
And what's on that is a chicken cutlet, mousse, Russian dressing, and bacon.
That's
all
pretty
toasted
good,
on a panini roll.
Nice and simple. I like that.
Yeah, you can't mess with that.
No.
There's no messing with that. That's the Godfather offer you can't refuse.
Yeah.
Before we get into players and doing some more analysis, Sam, you mentioned a few times the green wristbands and the donate organization. What's the name of that organization? And we'll link to it and everything.
So the New Jersey, so each state has their own procurement, and the New Jersey's is the New Jersey Sharing Network. So everyone has a green bracelet we wear around, and we have a walk coming up in June in New Providence, New Jersey. I invite you guys to be on our team. If you guys could help me promote that, that would be amazing.
Absolutely.
The walk is in New Providence. Awesome day. You could walk or run. I don't run. I walk because I don't run. I don't know about you guys. You guys maybe a little more.
We try.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're getting up there too. So running is less and less.
I didn't think you guys were 35.
We come off younger.
I'll take that.
I thought Colin was like 23.
Nice. Nice.
Good for you, Colin.
Dan and TJ were about 29, 30.
Okay. I'm the oldest one here. That's the funniest
thing.
No
way.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Colin is
we have. You guys
You're only as old as you feel, as they say. So I think I'm more in the 40 range, I think.
Yeah.
Why do people like when they're 30? Oh, I feel so old.
You know what, dude? It's so lame, and you're 100% right. It's so
I literally had this conversation this past weekend where there is something when you turn 30, you start feeling a little different, and you just ache a little bit more. It's hard to recover. I mean, staying in shape is harder in general.
Well, all I know is that I remember the episode in Friends when Rachel turned 30, and she like mourned it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, women have their way of doing things. So I don't think we had a problem.
I mean, if anybody, she's what 50 now. She still looks great. So
yes,
she's smoking hot now.
She knows what she's doing, dude. She knows what she's doing.
Absolutely.
I've offered.
No, I mean, Colin's gonna have the same trajectory as Jennifer Aniston. I'm pretty sure. He just gets more and more beautiful.
Keep growing that hair out.
It's just smoking hot and just natural beauty.
That's me. That's me, obviously. I mean, I like this kid. I like him.
Do you want to get into a little Giants
Do
talk?
this.
The only thing I want to do one more thing because I want to just show Sam. What did it feel like to make Brian Daboll be the cutest man of all time?
Oh yeah.
Right
the way he looks at you.
Look at that face.
I like see that. I just was looking at Joe and then like after I don't know if you guys saw. I cried and I was.
Oh, I would.
When like Eli and I were talking like throughout that day before, like I can't say like how we met again, ESPN restrictions, and the Giants and every Make-A-Wish. I was holding back tears because like that's my idol.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit. Sorry. Oh, shouldn't say
Oh no, that's all right.
Yeah, we'll get one an episode. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
And it was crazy. And then I was like, I can't hold it in. Like I can't do it.
Yeah.
And then when I got home and I cried. Like
Hey man,
I would have cried like before I
right
got
there.
home. Yeah, just right there.
I had no idea why I was in Joe's office. I was in Dave's. I was like, oh my gosh, you're Brian Dave. And he is really like a big teddy bear. A lot of people look, I'm telling you, Dave is like, even though like we're boys now, like I'm telling you, it's gonna be so much better than the Judge Gettleman era.
Yeah, it's true.
Did you guys like Judge?
No,
at first.
Well, in the beginning.
Oh, at first I loved him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I loved him. But then like week 3, I hated him. I hated him.
He fell off fast, man. People went from loving
You know
him
what?
to hating
Because,
him real
he
fast.
said, oh my gosh, our offense is improving so much.
What are you watching, dude?
I'm like,
yeah.
Bizarre.
are you watching the same game? Are you watching the Chiefs games or the Bills games?
Yeah.
Are you like
Yeah.
us?
He
and
was
the tough part about
at
it
his
is
depth.
like he's not a bad dude by any means.
He's a good dude. I think like that's what made it harder for the Giants. But at the end of the day, it's a business.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true.
100%.
and he wasn't succeeding on any level.
Nope.
And the Patriots have as an offensive coordinator.
No, he's
It's
like
gonna
a
be great.
Offensive assistant or something.
Or,
Not
yeah,
even-
whatever it is.
He's gonna just stand there. Belichick's gonna make him look good.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, I wish him luck, but he just
Yeah.
wasn't the right fit for this team, and I
No.
don't think he's the right fit for
I think he
a
could be
head
a
coach
really
of a
good-
modern NFL team.
Defensive coordinator.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, he
At
could be a
most.
good special teams quality control coach, maybe.
He'd be a good college coach, I feel like, because he's such a
Yes.
hard ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Dan,
good call, TJ.
we had some of the worst special teams in the league these past 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
And special teams. This is my specialty. Special teams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had Tom Quinn for an entirely too long, and he just was getting worse and worse and worse as a coach. He was okay about, 10 years ago? He was with us forever.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, speaking of business decisions, so today, guys, Giants cut James Bradbury. Gives you about 10.1 million in savings. Leaves them with 16 million in cap space total. Still would have been nicer to trade him, obviously, because that brings the dead money up to 30 million, and that was 10 more added. So we did want to find a trade partner. We didn't, but he had to be gone. Sam, do you want to start with your thoughts on the cutting of Bradbury today?
Yeah, I mean, look, guys, I kind of knew this was going to happen. I pictured this roster without James Bradbury this season
That's smart.
because of all the rumors, but I feel like the Giants could have handled it maybe a little better. If the trade partner wasn't there, I get it because of the contract. I personally just would have cut him a little earlier because due to the fact that we're going to have all that dead money, but it's going to have a lot of cap space. I do think it was the right move at the end of the day by Joe Shane, but a move that I think the Giants are going to have. Don't be surprised if the Giants go pick up Joe Hayden, free agent cornerback for a 1-year cheap deal.
What do they call it? A look at me deal, if you will.
Yeah. A prove it deal. Hey,
Prove
goes
it deal,
right,
yeah.
gets a short contract extension. Goes wrong, Giants just cut him. Don't resign him. It's
True.
That'd be great.
And you know what they kind of did with Logan Ryan, and it worked out for that year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think interesting you say Logan Ryan. I think that Logan Ryan contract in conjunction with the Nate Solder contract and the Kyle Rudolph contract is why we couldn't keep James Bradbury in the first place, because we had all their dead money on the books, which is just compounding, the faults of the previous regime.
Yes.
But I agree totally with Sam that it was something that had to be done, and we're going to be better off for it in the long run. Love the Joe Hayden idea. If that's in the realm of possibility, we get him cheap enough, that'd be a great veteran presence to have there.
Yeah.
I have not talked about it with Shane. I wish I did, calling up like, hey, hey Joe,
You asked about Bradbury, but didn't tell you.
No, he can't give it, he's a competent, he's a, as some people say, any competent GM would do those moves because we didn't have those last year. But no, he's more than competent. Joe Shane, I'm telling you, like he's gonna be a great GM. Like, what was the last time we had faith in a Giants GM?
Jerry Reese, 2008.
Yeah. Every bit of 13, 14 years ago, probably.
And when was the last time we were excited about the draft after the fact?
Oh,
10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago, probably.
That's so shame.
OBJ, maybe.
I'm telling you, I have a bold prediction that OBJ will be on the roster in the next 2 years.
That'd be
I-
a sweet ending, I guess.
I would
He
love
really
that,
would.
but he's going to want more money. I'm
Yeah.
surprised he's still unsigned, to be honest.
Because
But I guess he is hurt.
I
yeah.
want if he doesn't go to the Giants, I want to see him on KC.
Yeah.
They don't need anybody else.
I want to see him on KC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colin, Bradbury, thoughts there? Anything?
Yeah, I thought one thing that I read today that was kind of interesting is that the league had us over a barrel in the fact that they had all the leverage and there was nothing anyone can do in the organization to get any worth out of him. And they just let it go because they knew that's how it was going to go. It was one of those between a rock and a hard place kind of situations where, I mean, we could have traded him and then gotten fleeced. Somehow we would have been almost worse off if we wanted to really push, getting something out of it. I don't know what we would have even gotten that would have made sense.
What I heard is it wasn't a trade partner wasn't the problem. It was his contract and extending him because he was on the last year of his deal. So giving up draft capital for a guy who had a bad season on a 1-year rental. I mean,
it seems like a trade that Dave Gettleman would have done.
Yeah, I mean, but you have to look. You also have to look at it in a way. It's like the Giants are not better without him. He was last year. He was one of, I think, 5 guys that ever made a Pro Bowl in their whole career on the Giants roster. Who's the other 4? You guys name the other 4?
Saquon.
Yeah. Yep.
Evan Ingram, Pro Bowl tight end.
That's right.
And Nate Soldier, maybe?
No,
it was Logan Ryan.
Nope. Leonard Williams.
Oh,
Second year with
yeah.
the Jets. Yep. But I mean, it had to happen. It's the prime example of NFL business decision because you need cap space to sign your rookies and you need some injury assurance throughout the year. So
and we'll see. Is 30 or
28.
He's going to be 30 this season, currently 28, 29, something like that. Look, he's got 1 or 2 more years in his prime. Going to be a great quarterback for whatever team picks him up. But I wish it could have been a trade, but had to happen.
It hurts. It hurts the team, but I think with the new defensive scheme coming in, I think you'll see a lot more of the opposite of what we saw with the Giants the last few years. Where you're going to see a lot more blitzing and a lot less, heavy, bend don't break coverage sort of schemes going on.
TJ,
we'll see what happens.
TJ,
yeah,
the Giants defense. I want to see a good product on the football field. I don't want to see what we saw last year.
Well, comparative to the offense, it was a good product. So I think if we can do, if the defense maybe levels out or I think their problem also was, they were taking a long time to get started. So in the beginning of the year, they were a lot rougher on the edges. If they can get a little faster start and hit their ceiling a little quicker and the offense can improve, I mean, I don't think anyone, we were joking about the Giants, making the Super Bowl. I think that's obviously a pipe dream this year.
Never.
No,
I
of course not.
Believe, I go in the year that every year that the Giants will be winning the Super Bowl just because, I'm not going to, never say that. But I do have my realistic predictions for them. And what are you guys? What's your realistic predictions for them?
For 2022?
I think
6-11. I think is probably 7-10.
Yeah, there's no more. Yep.
I have 6 to 8 wins. I think that's right on target.
Yeah, that's right.
Which would be great improvement, and it still leaves you in a position with draft capital. I mean, depending on how
the real question is: the Giants have 6 and 8. What do they do with Daniel Jones?
That all depends.
Yeah.
Honestly.
If they go 6 and 8, it's unlikely Daniel Jones earned a new contract.
Agreed.
I don't know. My theory, I've been saying it forever, is that Daniel Jones' ceiling is probably 15th best quarterback in the league, and we need to do something better than that if we want to have a quarterback on the team for 10 years and really build around him 2 times over. I think that's what we're gearing up for. Daniel Jones has a prove it year, Colin, and we've been talking about it a lot.
I love that aspect of things because he's never been put in the spot before, and now it's back against the wall, put up or shut up time, and I think this is the best scenario you can put him in, along with a competent coaching staff that's going to try to get his best qualities out of him, which that that quote from that picture that I sent the other day, that I have not been that pumped up in so long.
Yeah, that's the kind of support you need. I'm almost bullish on the Giants winning 8 games this year, just because of the system that's going to be in place around these guys is going to be invigorating. You're going to get more out of players than I think we've seen in the past.
Absolutely.
I mean, the roster still isn't great, but I think I have a lot of faith in this coaching staff.
Far improved.
Yeah,
well, I mean, there's player coaches, and then there's good player coaches, and it seems that Dable might be in that category. I mean, we don't know, but it seems that it's not even just like, oh, he can be my friend as a coach, but you actually want to fight for him too.
Yeah.
I loved watching all the pressers with him and any of the stuff on the field, the players. It's just interesting and it's different, and the dynamic of the team seems more exciting, and it's not doing laps for stupid crap at the end, whatever it is. But anyway, guys, let's jump into the end of the draft here. We might have to skip the undrafted free agents, but let's just hammer out the draft here. So last week we ended with tight end Dave Bellinger. So let's start with Dane Belton, safety out of Iowa, was round 4 pick. I think it was 115, one right after Bellinger. Dan, do you want to give us a little Belton info to start?
Yeah.
Or Sam, you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start really quickly. I think
please,
that was a great pick. We didn't really know what's going to happen with the safety position because the only safety that they have is Xavier McKinnon, because that's probably going to be the safety of the future. The Giants I have to log off right now. I got to get ready for tomorrow morning school.
Sure, no problem, Sam.
Sam, thank you, man.
Come on, we appreciate it.
Okay. Have a good night,
man. Great having Sam. That was awesome.
It was funny for those of you who won't watch the video. It seemed like Sam muted his mic and then was like arguing with his parents or something.
Which we've all been there.
Such as being a young man, but
such as being a Giant celebrity. This
his enthusiasm is
7th
awesome.
Podcast of the day for him.
Yeah, I'm sure his enthusiasm is great. He's a fun kid. I think he's going to have a lot of success in his career moving forward. Talking about football.
Hopefully, we'll see him at the stadium. In the crowd and stuff. Next to license plate guy.
We're in for a season of new friendships being started in this parking lot. I feel like we haven't had an opportunity to do that. We just go there, we get miserable, and we leave. So this year, I think we have something to look forward to.
And that's how we're going to make a name for ourselves. We're gonna crush beers in the parking lot with all these other podcasters and show them who's boss.
I can't wait.
Exert dominance,
and then fall asleep before the game because we're Dave Belton. I like this pick a lot. I think it's interesting. He's 6'1", 205, and another guy in the secondary with length, and that plays multiple positions. He played safety, he plays nickel. I think people really like his versatility in that sense. Nothing really like exceptional about him from what I told and what I've seen in like the 15 minutes of film I've watched. But he's smart. He understands the scheme and is usually in the right place at the right time, or usually knows where it needs to be at least. I don't think he's going to make up for anything with his pure athleticism, but I think he's going to be a good player and potentially a starter at some point. But the kind of depth that you need when you're picking this late in the draft.
And that's kind of a bit of a theme here with a lot of the players that were drafted, and even in the undrafted free agents that we'll get into for a little bit later. These are all smart players. Everything that I read about anybody, that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Hey, we need help in the secondary. We need safety help, and I don't know. Come on down.
Yeah, good size, 6'1".
Come on down. Yeah, Sean said he loves his ball skills, and of course, the versatility seems to be the
Shane.
Shane.
Did I say Shane? What did I say?
No, Sean. You're getting worse. Is your brain like degrading?
Yes, every day my brain's degrading, Dan. Speaking about,
but like the deep cut like single malt triple that Evil Twin put out, in 2013 or whatever. You can call that off the top of your dome, but
of course, yeah. My brain is immersed in beer knowledge, but apparently I can't keep all this stuff straight.
The GM's name.
Joe Shane said he had ball skills and was versatile. I think, he can obviously cover and play in the box. I think you'll see him in blitz packages for DBs. Link loves those. I think he fits in really well with what I think that, the aggressive style of play that I think the defense is going to run into. And yeah, more guys down in the box, putting pressure on the quarterback. I think that's what the Giants' MO is going to be, as I said a few minutes ago. So
and special teams, he'll obviously play it. So
of course, I mean, that's where a lot of these guys are going to get started.
Yeah. I think that's goes to our next player, right? Guys down in the box, getting ready to get after it.
I can't wait to see McFadden play.
Micah McFadden, Indiana linebacker, round 5 pick 146. Schoen said he loves his size, his speed, his athleticism. He can play inside, outside, good at blitzing, athletic. Did I say Schoen again?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I'm done. All right, guys, I got to get ready for school tomorrow.
Yeah.
Teaching me how to read.
I'm going back to the phonics.
Yeah. I mean, like, the aggression on this guy, everything that I've seen and read. I mean, you don't really. I mean, is he more of an outside or an inside guy?
He can do both, apparently.
Do you know what the percentages was like lined up more so in one area or the other? I feel like he's more of an inside guy that just blitzes a lot from like the A or the B gap, which is kind of cool.
He's not much of a coverage linebacker, and I'll say I talked to my buddy at work who's a Hoosier alumni and said that this guy was the beating heart of the defense. Just the absolute central focus. He called the defense and is a heat-seeking missile. They say he's just blitzes passing situations. He's blitzing.
I know
he's got the engine of like an 18-wheeler. This guy, maybe like a Boeing 747. He's got an engine like that, a motor rather. Should say. He
loves the game for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's a downhill guy.
He's a student of the sport.
Yeah, very heady.
Athleticism, but
very heady.
No, I mean, probably another guy, solid special teams contributor, depth piece, brings some competition to the linebacker spot, can move around. Yeah, I mean, towards the end of the draft, I think you're going to see just a lot of these guys are going to, come in as role players and just provide depth pieces. And as Shane said, as Shane said, it doesn't matter where you drafted. Everybody comes in with a clean slate. So
I just have an idea. He has a theme song. Shane says.
Oh, James Addiction.
Yeah. Yes, that's a song. We have to do that now. This is the thing. We have to do this.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but
that. Colin, anything else on McFadden? Should we move on?
Is he a nice Irish boy?
Oh well, obviously, he's got a near and dear to my heart. I mean, yeah.
Is he related to Darren McFadden, the former running back from the Raiders?
They are long lost
Razorback. Yeah,
cousins. Okay, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, DJ Davidson, defensive tackle, Arizona State. It's a round 5, pick 147, which is the pick after McFadden.
Kind of the head scratcher pick of the draft for me.
Yeah, what are you feeling, Colin?
Well, I mean, a couple of episodes ago, prior to the draft, we were talking about big body defensive tackles, and he wasn't really on my radar. I for whatever reason, he kind of struck me as one of those guys that could have been undrafted, unfortunately. You don't want to go a negative on it, but I don't know. He's a big dude, certainly huge, but I don't know what the pizzazz is there. They must have some sort of, you know what it is? They probably met with him and he's a really good dude. And they're like, all right, his measurables and his stats are okay, but I think we can work with him. It's probably one of those kind of situations.
Yeah. I think moving forward, your number one scout projecting metric should be pizzazz.
Absolutely.
This guy's pizzazz is off the charts. This guy's full of pizzazz.
Yeah. Pizzazz out the yin yang, I think.
What's
It's like imagine like football players doing jazz hands like on the line.
What's the drill you run in Madden 04 in training camp to bring up your pizzazz rating?
Just high stepping.
Who has the most pizzazz in the NFL
right now? Who has the most pizzazz?
Kadarius Toney.
It's like a wide receiver trait.
Yeah,
right?
It has to be.
Like Jamar Chase has the most pizzazz.
He's got a lot.
No, it's like Ocho Cinco had the most pizzazz.
Yeah,
of
course,
anyone
of
ever.
course,
like
of course.
He's the king of pizzazz.
Kelsey's got pizzazz.
Kelsey's got with his when he does the Dougie, that's pizzazz.
Actually, you know who's got the most pizzazz? He's a Giant.
Who?
Kayvon Thibodeau.
Oh, he does. He does.
Lots of pizzazz, dude.
Out the
Loaded with
pizzazz.
Loaded with pizzazz.
Yeah, DJ Davison, he's going to be the new DJ on the Giants. I'm only referring to Daniel Jones as Daniel for now because that's what all the players call him, and I think it's a diss.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of them, the way they say it, like, "Oh, Daniel over there." I don't know. It's a
I do
Southern
have
thing,
I do have a few friends who will not go by like nicknames. Like I have to call them like Jacob and Christian.
Are they
I
from the
call them
South?
Jake or Chris. No, well, one's
Oh.
from Florida, one's from California. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of like people that there's all
Yeah.
kinds of these Brooklyn people who you have to call them their full name.
Oh, so but you need to start going by Tom with an H in there.
I'm gonna make people call me Thomas Joseph moving forward, and I'm not gonna respond to anything else.
Yeah. I don't have anything to say about DJ Davison. Do you, TJ?
No,
I mean, he doesn't have a high motor, which is unfortunate. 25-year-old rookie. As you said, 6'5", 325,
Yeah.
so he's a big boy. My thought is, and Joe Shane said that he was going to be a depth player who has upside. Mostly going to play
exactly.
mostly going to play on the inside, someone who takes up space. I mean, I would say you're not going to see his name on the stat sheet, but he might let you have your linebackers go to work, eat up space in the middle.
Yeah. He'll be a rotational guy.
I think, adds value to an interior defensive line, which is not necessarily a strong point of this team when it has been in the past. So
I think they said he has some rushing ability from the inside position, which is always interesting.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing to note is that he has upside, even though, they view him as a depth piece in the beginning. So that could change, of course. And I think that's kind of what you are looking forward to in the later rounds.
Yes.
No doubt. Who we got next here?
Another huge human.
Oh yeah, so I'm excited about this. More and more I read about it because we have the two North Carolina.
Are you excited because they're both from North Carolina, or for his specific skill set?
Because the communication that him and what's his name has already. I'm totally blanking on his name. What is his name?
Josh.
Yeah.
Nzuda.
Easy.
Yeah.
I've read multiple articles about how, like a big. I mean, it sounds obvious, but like you think about it, the guys are on the same side of the line. They both have. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, they're likely not going to be next to each other.
No, but it's like they almost can teach each other. They've got like another.
True. Yeah.
Someone to bounce ideas off of when they get the playbook, and they've already worked together. It's almost like they're putting people together on the offensive line that it can only help that they already have a proven track record of working with each other. So that's
offensive line's about that personal chemistry, right? Those guys, have to do the dirty work, and when they find each other funny or knows they're going to work, everyone's going to work hard. That goes a long way.
You fight
and
for each other.
another guy where like awareness is a big thing. Smart player, that kind of stuff is important, and he's huge. A smart, aware, huge human is pretty good. It's pretty
Quite
good start.
the large guard, that's for sure.
Yeah.
6'7", 340.
And then he can move apparently.
Yeah, and can play tackle guard. That Shane says huge human being, depth and competition to the roster, is going to start at guard, but as tackle flex. So again, fitting in with that sort of versatility that they're looking for right now, which is interesting. Every guy they drafted has versatility, but I think that's where the NFL is going. You really need to be able to move pieces around and scheme around especially whether defense or offense. I'd say defense more, just because the offensive schemes are getting so complicated with the pre-snap motion, all that. You really need to be able to have that personnel to be able to employ, as many different packages as you can in all the different situations. So I think that's very pragmatic team building, especially in your first draft as an NFL GM. So should we head out to our last pick of the draft, which is our boy Darian Beavers, linebacker, Cincinnati, round 6, pick
Colin.
152. Colin, you want to say something?
Yeah,
Colin's first son's name.
I'm chomping.
You're chomping for Beavers. You're chomping at the Beaver.
I'm chomping for Beavers. That's yes.
Is that the name of this episode?
or Pizzazz.
It's gonna start with Pizzazz. Yeah.
So, I mean, not only did I call him out as someone I wanted during our draft prep a couple episodes ago, but I keep reading.
Wanted in like round 3.
I didn't say it that early.
3 or 4,
You
yeah.
were all off. So even if you did, I wouldn't put.
I'm just saying.
I
No,
wouldn't put
I'm saying
anything
that's how
bad
much
on
you liked him.
Oh,
I'm saying that's
and
how
all
much
the
you
more reason why it's amazing that he was still there when we were going for our last pick. And I just realized I guess I didn't really look at a lot of pictures of him in college. Could we have possibly the first number 0 on the Giants?
That'd be tight.
Can you wear 0 in the NFL?
I don't know.
Never seen it.
You can do anything now.
Yeah, I don't know if that's part of the new rules, but you figured somebody would have taken it, right?
Yeah, you would think, but who knows? Anyway, what I read is that it was a steal in other people's eyes too. I mean, people couldn't believe that he was still there. It fits a need. I mean, his predominant skill is coverage, which is crazy for a dude that big. And like I said before in the past too, our cover linebackers have. I don't know if we've ever. I mean, Lawrence Taylor could cover someone, but that's another story altogether. But I don't think we've had anyone who could.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael Boley was pretty good at it.
Michael Boley, yeah, he was important.
And ever since, nothing. So I'm pumped on that. And apparently he's got, people say like, oh, talk about late round guys who have potential down the line when they develop a little bit to start. He could be one of those guys. So we shall see.
Yep. Again, they say his intelligence allows him to be versatile. Intelligence, physicality, and versatility are the things that they say to describe him. I feel like the way I just said it, that sounded like Donald Trump. I need to go to sleep. Yeah, just love the pick. Love that we get to say Beavers. Apparently, able to diagnose the run, has pass rushing skills, and is, can do some zone coverage. Another tool, especially pick one up in the 7th round for what is likely going to be like a linebacker by committee approach as we've been having. Is good by me. It's good by me, especially for a guy that people liked a lot more than 7th round. So,
and from Cincinnati, who just pumped out good players this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't have much to say beyond what you guys said. Just that I think at his pro day he was working a little bit as an outside rusher, which I think is what led them to sort of pull the trigger on him in the later round, because I thought that kind of showed them a little more versatility than sort of just kind of being a middle downfield sort of linebacker, old school type player. I was reading, if this was 10, 15 years ago, he would have been like the first overall pick or something, but obviously times change.
It's good size for outside, rusher, 6'4", 250.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think, what's we're going to do undrafted free agents. We'll probably have to save that next week, which is fine. Anything else to add tonight, guys?
No.
Well,
okay, go ahead.
No, go.
I was going to say, I just wanted to thank Sam. That was a really good combo.
It was good to meet him. He's a nice young man. I wish him
strapping young lad.
Hope we get to talk to him. Maybe
he's got pizzazz. He's got pizzazz.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll have him back on. Maybe when his schedule is dying down a little bit. Seems like he's right in the middle of the media blitz or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thanks for listening. Please follow Big Blue United on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please follow BBU Pod Boys with a Z on Twitter, the Pigskin Podcast Network at the Pigskin Pod Net. Download that DraftKings app. Use promo code TPPN. Don't forget to check out FOCO.com for all your Giants-related merch needs. And again, thank you, Sam. Please check out his ESPN documentary to get all the other information that he was unable to share with us due to whatever NDAs he signed, I'm assuming. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.